Thank goodness it is Tuesday. It's Groundhog Day. I know I'm a little bit late this week. Thank you all for being patient with me as I was dealing with a little bit of an illness yesterday. And as you can notice, my voice is not yet back to full strength. So thank you for hanging in. I appreciate it. New week, new idea. This year, we have been thinking about a New Year, Better Me philosophy. And one of the things that I asked you to do along the way was set a series of goals, ones that could be measured at 1 month, one term, or one semester, and then 1 year intervals to see whether or not we're achieving some momentum and getting there or not. So, yesterday was the 1st of February, 1 month into the new year, and this seems like a really good time to pause and do a little 1 month checkup. So, if you haven't yet, I would like you to go back to those goals that you set for yourself for this year and ask yourself a series of questions that will help you determine whether or not you're on the right path to achieve them. So, an acronym that I have created that works really well when discussing goals is RAMS. So, feel free to steal this, use it for your goals as well. RAMS. Ask yourself these 4 questions. The first one, is my goal reasonable or not? And this can be really, constructive to think about. For example, I'm 5'9". Even at the height of my athletic ability, it would not have been reasonable for me to set a goal of dunking a basketball. So it might not be the right goal to set. As you're looking at your goals, your long-term plans for the year, ask yourself that question. If all things were right, if all the stars aligned, would it be reasonable that I might be able to achieve it or not, given the right amount of effort and so forth? If it's not, it's time to set a new goal. So the R is reasonable. The second one, is it actionable? Sometimes we set goals that become difficult to actually act upon. For example, we might say to ourselves, I want to be healthier. Well, healthier is a very broad goal, but there are certain action steps that you might take to be more specific toward reaching it. So for example, does healthier mean weight loss? Does healthier mean eating better? Does healthier mean exercising more? Those are the type of goals that we want to construct in order to be healthier. The M is measurable. Goals ideally can be measured at some point along the way to determine whether or not we're getting close to reaching them or not. So for example, if your goal is to be healthier, you might set a more practical, measurable goal of losing weight. So maybe you want to lose 5 pounds. Maybe you want to run 3 miles. There are certain ways that we can measure our progress that will give us a benchmark to determine whether or not we're getting there, getting closer to reaching the end or not. So this is really, really important. So we have whether or not the goal is reasonable, whether it is actionable, whether it is measurable, and the S, which is really super important, is it sustainable? Meaning, if we do all the things correctly and we reach that goal, is it something that we can continue beyond a particular point? So for example, go back to the healthy one for just a second. If our goal is to lose 10 pounds, that's wonderful, but have we developed a plan necessary to keep the weight off? So if the goal is to lose 10, how are we going to keep the 10 away forever, right? That's the sustainable part. So as you're thinking about your goals and you're doing your 1 month checkup, ask yourself these questions. Are my goals reasonable? Are they actionable? Are they measurable? And are they sustainable? And if the answer to all those is yes, and you're making good progress, then you're on the right path. Later this week, I'm going to be hitting you back with another blog that was the most difficult question that I've gotten in the first month, and it has to do with success. I hope you all have a great day, a great week, and I look forward to communicating with you. Talk soon.